Hey everybody, this is Rainbow Reviews. Today I'm talking about Season 2, Episode 2 of Primal, Plague of Madness. Now, if you guys watched my last video, you'll know that I was really excited for this episode. This is the episode that came out like a little while before. I guess some people saw it early. That's fine. I was still super pumped to see it, and I did not spoil myself with watching it elsewhere. But I was really excited for this one because the people who saw it first said it was like absolutely insane, and I'm like really excited for this. And I'm just gonna tell you right off the bat, this episode is gross. It is gross and it is gritty, people. I mean, there's like coughing up blood and just I'm gonna get right into it. I mean, I personally cannot handle the topic of sickness very well. I don't know what it is. It's always been this way for me. Just maybe because I got sick a lot when I was younger, but just episodes or movies with plots that people getting sick and like plagues and stuff. I've never been able to stomach that stuff because especially when you watch the first part of this episode, it is super sad watching this sauropod get infected. I mean, seriously. Oh, by the way, before I forget, there is a spoiler warning before going into this too much. It is pretty much impossible to talk about this episode without talking about what happens in it. It is really insane, just like the people who saw it before said. And like I was saying, I cannot handle the topic of sickness very well, but this episode handled it well. I mean, I was surprised. There was a lot of grotesque drawings and gritty. It was a really gritty episode, but it's almost so grotesque and so gross that it like works again. Some weird paradigm of it being so gross that it works again. And I mean, I think it's due in part to the animation. I mean, with Primal's animation, you're really able to tell that they just have fun making these dinosaurs like the grossest they can look. And it strangely works from a design standpoint, even though I can't stomach it very well, especially in the beginning of this episode. It really shines. The animation really brings this sickness, this plague of madness to life. Yeah, so that really showed off the atmosphere and animation. So now I'm just going to kind of recap the plot for those of you who missed it. So the plot of this episode, we actually start not with Spear and Fang. We start with a random herd of sauropods. And, the sauropod, if you don't remember, it's those big walking dinosaurs. Like the biggest dinosaurs that there were, I think, other than plesiosaurs. I don't know. Anyway, dinosaur lore aside, the sauropod gets infected by that one dinosaur's name that I cannot pronounce because it is way too long. Whatever. It gets infected and it starts to kill all the other sauropods, smash all the eggs, tear them apart, throw them into, like spikes. It is insane. It is gross. Again, it's super gross. And but that's really why this episode stands out to me, just other than being it gross. Like it doesn't start out with Spear and Fang like almost every other episode has. I believe every episode up until this point, which is why it was such like a turnaround for me. But I really like it. I mean, when you get down to it, the plot of this episode, it's really just Spear and Fang. It's one giant action scene. It's them running from this infected dinosaur. And with that, the episode starting out without them, it's starting out with this other third dinosaur we haven't seen. Not third dinosaur, with this other dinosaur we haven't seen getting infected. And it's basically the villain of this episode. And this is, like I said, is just one giant chase scene. And it's super cool. The animators and, storyboard artists, they were able to do a lot with this episode. It's just running, stomping, throwing up, coughing up blood, literally disintegrating, which I will get to. It's insane. And the episode ends on just a somber tone of like, wow, I can't believe that really happened. And I love episodes that end like that. But yeah, I mean, if you somehow missed it, the villain literally has to disintegrate to die and to be defeated, whatever. understood what they meant. They were saying, like, this dinosaur is so infected that it literally shows you in the episode that there's no insides. It's literally just like the skin and bones of a sauropod. And it literally falls into a volcano and still survives. It's crazy. But Primal is able to get away with crazy concepts like this because it's Primal. You know how gritty it's going to be, and you know that some of it does take some artistic liberties, and this episode definitely does that. But it's still really, really cool because the animation really brings this to light. Even the music towards the end is sad and somber, and it just brings the episode to a great conclusion. And there was also one other thing I wanted to mention. There was a brief moment where Spear and Fang were trying to communicate with their voices, not just like, I mean, they didn't talk, obviously. Spear didn't talk, but they were just kind of grunting at each other, and they were kind of getting frustrated with each other for a minute. And that's what I want to see. I want to see the relationship continue to be tested. Those of you who saw my last video, you'll know that I love character relationships, and I want those relationships to be tested. And this episode, while it doesn't have a lot of characterization going on, it does have that brief moment, and I can really appreciate that. But, you know, the creators, the animators, they just had a field day with this one. I mean, it's probably my favorite episode so far. It's so gross, gritty, grotesque, all the G words, whatever. And, you know, I cannot wait for the next episode as well. The next episode is Coven of the Damned. Now, if you've seen the trailer for Season 2, you'll know that this is probably the one with some supernatural elements in it. And that's going to be really interesting to see. And I'm really, really excited for it. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you've seen Primal, what you thought of this episode, if you're grossed out, and if you're excited for Coven of the Damned. So yeah, that's Primal Season 2, Episode 2, Play of Madness. Thanks for watching.